Welcome back to the Green Beans Go channel. It's your host, me. It is May 14th, Dinger Tuesday, and typically my daughter is at school today, but their school is over, so she is here with me. That's just your warning. You may hear shouts, screams, and singing, hopefully the latter. I have a big announcement today. I have been sponsored by BetStamp. What does this mean for us in very simple terms? It means if you want to help my channel out, you can go to the link that's in my description, and you can sign up for any apps that offer sports betting. Okay, you can sort, as you see here, by your location. This is not where I live. Do not dox me. Okay, you can change your state there, and it will tell you all the sports books that BetStamp is partnered with that you can sign up for. If you sign up for them, do the new user bonus. Okay, I get paid. It doesn't cost you anything except for signing up for a new book and time, and it helps my channel grow. So if you want to take a look at that link and see if there's any sports books that you don't have an account with and would like to open one, you can do that, and it helps me out. So that's exciting. Looking forward to the possibilities there. Dinger Tuesday, I know you guys all know about it. I know you guys know what I do and how I approach this promotion. So we're going to skip all this today. Last week, Josh Naylor, Ketel Marte, Corbin Carroll, Alex Verdugo, Brendan Donovan, and Max Muncy all hit. The B team and A team were even last week, 3 apiece, which really helped our B team come back. We're still down 291 technically on our B team plays, but we have a 40% ROI on A team, assuming you're converting your free bets at 75% when you get them. My super flyer Gavin Lux suggestion at 11-1 cash last week. A couple guys said that they were on that, so that feels good. I was not, but it is what it is. I didn't want to play that game, so I stayed away from it. But hey, that's awesome to hear that some people took advantage of it. I'm going to be the first to say I'm excited for today, but I'm not excited for today. A lot of the games appear to be very average. I would temper your expectations today. Maybe it's a day that the EV guys feast and I struggle. We'll see what happens. I did what I normally do, but it just, there's not a ton of opportunities. So 1 p.m. start, early start game in New York. Nola has not been as sharp as maybe his name suggests, giving up 7 home runs this year. But I'm going to still target 2 Philly guys in Brandon Marsh and Bryson Stott. Both over 800. Again, you're going to see a lot of C grades today, a lot of ballpark pal projecting about 2.5 home runs. So hopefully we can hit a few, but I also have a lot of high numbers in the presentation today, a lot of high number picks, and that is that's outside of my control in some ways because I think FanDuel is giving somewhat fair odds in terms of expected home runs. So this game is a doubleheader, and I'm only going to target the first game because the lineups don't come out for the second game until later, and it's hard to predict who's going to be in. So Rosario at 460 and Garcia at 680 would be my plays. This game is okay unlimited. It may be one I get to, but we'll talk about that at the end. Good pitching here in Baltimore, and again, a C from me. Cedric Mullins and Adley Rutschman. I believe Rutschman hit 1 or 2 last night, so maybe he's seeing the ball well, and that will bode well for us again today. A fine game unlimited. These would be my plays for Baltimore. Game in Detroit is not great in terms of projection from Ballpark Pal, but I think there's some good value. Perez at 870 and Sanchez at 560. Even Jazz at 420 is pretty good. If you want a safer play, sort of a big bat leadoff guy, then I would be fine endorsing a Jazz play. But again, probably not a game that I will end up playing on the limited version. Typically, games in Boston are not great, but the wind is helping today and blowing, I believe, away from the Green Monster, that big wall out in left field, right field. Josh Lowe and Richie Palacios would be my picks, 630 and 870 even. 2 Tampa Bay guys, mainly because Pivetta has not been very sharp. Only 15 innings pitched and 4 home runs allowed. This game has a lot of bats, and so I think it would be another one that I'm fine with playing. This is my Gavin Lux of the week. Nico Hoerner leading off, most likely for the Cubs. Same odds as Gavin Lux at 11-1. Again, guys, I have had crazy good luck with Mike Tauchman and Gavin Lux and even Brendan Donovan last week hitting these big odds picks. So Some of you may be looking at that like, I got to get on it right away, right? I just temper your expectations, okay? We could go the rest of this promo and not hit a thing, and still be up from those plays. So just know we may have used all our luck up early, and the variance could strike now. Suzuki at 480 and Jared Kalinick. Kalinick hit one Sunday night, and I took him for the DraftKings Sunday bet and get promo that they offer. And I like his odds at 800, and I like the matchup. So these would be my picks for the Atlanta game. This is probably the safest game. If we want to talk about odds and we want to talk about, park conditions and pitching and just the whole scope, if you want the game that I think will have the most home runs, this is the one. Bryce Turang at 870 and Christian Yelich. I think Yelich at 500 is a really, really good spot. I think that's a really good price for him. And again, the pitching, Ross has been okay, but that's why I'm targeting two Brewer bats here going up against the Pittsburgh side of things. So this is a game that I will probably play, and I will probably play Yelich. Game in Minnesota is horrible in terms of conditions. The wind is blowing in. It's a hard park anyway. Ballpark Pal projecting under 2 home runs. Vasquez and Verdugo would be my picks. Again, really high odds there. We can fast forward right through that. Game in Texas, Josh Naylor. I mean, he's hit 3 for us, I think, in like 5 weeks. I've been on him every time, and at this point you have to ride it. Like, I can't not suggest it, then have him hit one, and the feeling in my gut would be horrible. So it has to end sometime. Maybe it's this week, but we're gonna play him anyway. I also like Jose Ramirez, but Tavares at 800 just felt a little bit better to me. But maybe Ramirez is better. I don't know. I was going back and forth. I'll let you guys make the decision. I think Naylor, Ramirez, Tavares are all good picks. You figure out who you want to lock in. Game in Houston, I think, is another safe option for limited. This should say Myers with an E. I fixed it. I fixed it on the big page. I didn't fix it on the individual. So my apologies there. Jeremy Pena and Jake Myers, 520 and 680. Again, a game that you couldn't probably expect about 3 home runs and would be fine to play if you have the limited version. This is probably the last game of the night that I am okay really with endorsing. Another safe 4 limited, if you will. Paul Goldschmidt at 470. I don't know if you guys saw, but I made a video where I asked every MLB team to send me something. I said I didn't have a favorite MLB team. Send me something. And I made a video with the 3 teams that responded and actually sent me something in the mail. You can check that out. I'll link it at the end of this video. Now, I got a package yesterday from the Cardinals with this Paul Goldschmidt trading card, if you can even call it that, in it. So I will take this as an omen. We will take Paul Goldschmidt, 470. And Nolan Shalawell, again, at 1060. I think it's too high. I think the odds are too high. If you give me him against a righty in Sonny Gray, I know Sonny Gray is a pretty good pitcher. Not typically a guy that allows home runs, but if you're giving me, I still think there's value on him. So do with that what you will. Game in Arizona, Ellie De La Cruz and Jake Fraley, both decent options here going up against Arizona. And again, a fine game. I'm sorry, guys. You guys come here for me to be confident. Today is just a vanilla, watery day. There's a lot of options to pick from, and they're all about mid. So I apologize once again. Game in Seattle, Luke Raley and Vinny Pasquantino, 560 and 600. Another very average game. Sorry. Game in San Diego, I'm going to target Quantrill here. Jake Cronenworth at 630 and Jurickson Profar at 870 would be my plays. Ballpark Pal projects 2 home runs. What do you know? Are you getting tired of that yet? Last game of the night, it's a hard park to hit home runs in San Francisco. And if you look, you may say, Freddie Freeman at 7.5 to 1. I got to take that. That's crazy odds. He's usually in the 300s. He's usually in the 400s. That's value. That's value. That's value. I don't know if it's value, because of the park. Again, deep walls, good luck, and these would be my picks, but I'm not going to play it. All right, for the whole slate, for those of you who come by and just fast forward to the end here and want to see the whole slate, If you missed the presentation, I just said multiple times that tonight is just average. Today is just average. A lot of just 2 and 3 home run games, I would guess, and no parks really stand out. On this first half, the first half of the slate, I'd say the safest game is Pittsburgh and Milwaukee. These would be my 2 picks. I will probably lock in Yelich, if I'm being honest. I know Turang is A-team, but Yelich feels better. Why'd you put him on A-team then if he's actually not going to be your first pick? You make a video, okay? Second half of the slate, I think the 2 safest games would be Houston and LA. These would be my picks for those. As you can see, I did change Myers here. It's now correct. So take a deep breath, okay? What I have to tell myself, last week, I hit every pick that I did on Limited. I had Marte, I had Naylor, and I had somebody else, okay? And I hit them all, right? And it feels great, right? But then today, if I go 0 for 3, I'm going to be so upset that I didn't hit any. And I have to think, well, last week I hit 3, okay? So that put me way up. So I can afford to lose a portion of one of those 3 today. I'm still working on the mentality of that, and I hate giving out picks and having them lose. I've said this multiple times. I hate endorsing plays that then lose and causing you guys to lose money. And I think we've been tremendously fortunate to hit what we've hit so far. A lot of success on this channel so far. So I'm just giving this caveat to tell you that the tables could turn. We could have a stretch of some rough variance. And if you stick with me, I appreciate it. And if you don't, I get it, okay? It's a volatile world out there. Plenty of people giving picks. Best of luck. Drop in the comments who you are tailing, who you are playing, even if it's not my guys. And remember, if you want to sign up for FanDuel or any other sports book that you may not have, the link in my description, okay? Partnership with BetStamp. If you sign up for those using my link, I get paid. And that's awesome. And you get the new user bonus and access to potentially better lines and better promos. So that's what I got for you today. I'm about to start my NBA Threes Day video. So if you're interested in the DraftKings Threes Day promotion for NBA, you can check that out on my channel. It should be up in the next hour, hopefully by 10:30 or 11. All right, take care, good luck, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday or in that video.